Welcome to Rocket Science League. In Rocket League, you gotta ask yourself the big questions like, should I become a Fennec main? And today, we're gonna tackle that question once and for all. Picking the right card can feel super important in Rocket League, and for a lot of players, it can make the difference between a great shot or a calculated fake. But I first want to acknowledge that there's players in the game who their card does not matter to them as much. Maybe they're new to the game or just goated on any card they're choosing. I mean, keep doing you, but for the sake of the video, let's assume that you decided, after carefully trying out every card in the game, to be an Octane main. Wow, original. Should you switch to the Fennec? I mean, what's so great about it? Why are all these pros switching over? The first reason is that the Fennec and Octane had the same hitbox, which makes the switch a lot easier. But I think it comes down to a lot more than that, and especially one very important detail. Check out this difference between Fennec and Octane. Okay, check out this Octane as it hits the ball. I want you to pay attention to where the sparks fly as it makes contact. For the Octane, it kind of seems like you didn't make contact with the ball even though the sparks fly anyways, which means that the hitbox registers but your actual car itself doesn't seem to make contact. And that's one thing I've always noticed about the Octane. Okay, check out the Fennec. You'll notice that the Fennec appears to make better contact with the ball. The car itself fills out more of the hitbox, so when you make contact, it feels like you hit it more directly because the sparks fly a lot closer to the car. And I think that's the difference between the Fennec and the Octane right now. Now, you didn't think I was just gonna stop there, did you? Here comes the science. I wanted to give the Fennec the real test, so first, I brought it into training. One of the most important things to me is touch. And to be honest, this is one of the first places that I noticed I didn't really love the way the Fennec handled the ball. Beyond that, when we dipped into power, that's when I started seeing the results. Something about the fuller car, when I made contact with the ball, it just felt like I was gonna boom it with every shot. So I would say for me, that was probably one of my biggest draws to the Fennec right now. Now as far as aerials, I'm kinda in between. I think I hit a little worse than I do on the Octane, but that could just be because I'm getting used to things. But overall, I can't say that that was a super weak point for the Fennec. You can see I kind of hit normal shots, and honestly the box helped to hit some nice redirects. As we move into more advanced mechanics, I gotta say, flip resets, amazing. If you can hit these, the Fennec is gonna help. I can see the underside of my car and understand where it's gonna make contact with the ball, and that made a world of difference. Now getting into the double taps, it was kind of the same for me as aerials, so I can't say I felt a major improvement. Air dribbles, however, super awesome. Maybe just the little extra surface area made me feel way more comfortable, and I felt like I could even air roll right a lot easier because I could see where my car is going to make contact with the ball. And ceiling shots were no problem. Honestly, about the same as the Octane. I usually have a pretty easy time with these, so if you can hit these, the Fennec will help. Training's great, but that wasn't enough. It's time to take it into ranked. So here's a quick montage of how it went down. So I played a total of 20 ranked games with this car. I wanted to get a good feel for how much power can this car generate, what kind of contact can I expect from it, how are the aerials, and how do I just feel comfort-wise in this car. And honestly, I felt pretty solid. Everything felt really good, especially touches. I was able to see the ball really well and make good decisions based on where my car was. Double taps, I mean, I absolutely whiffed them, but that's okay. That's part of the game sometimes. Beyond that, honestly, felt really good in this car. All right, let's talk results. Overall, I won 40% of my games, or 8 out of 20. And for me, that's pretty solid on a new car. I wish I could tell you that this Fennec totally changed my gameplay, but the truth is, it didn't. It might even be a pay-to-win car with even better visuals to show you where to hit the ball, but that's kinda not what it's about. If there's anything I've learned about playing better, it's that you just really need confidence. In the Fennec, I felt a little awkward and flat. Something about the Octane makes me feel like I'm gonna send some bangers into the opponent's net, and that's what it's all about. So here's my formal recommendation. Play in what makes you feel like the next RLCS World Champion, or hit that random button and clown with your friends. As long as you're not rocking the Octane ZSR, it really doesn't matter that much. And then I had one more test. I tried out the Fennec in solo standard.